I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Camille Smith, and today on this premiere, we're gonna have an exclusive person. To me, they're exclusive. They're a celebrity in my eyes. And the last time I saw them in person, or no, not even in person, like um online, was just this evening and stuff. But the last time she was on the show, she was just telling some great things, and I just wanted to return Reni back on the show. Welcome.
Yes, I love it. Thank you for having me back, Camille. I appreciate it.
No worries. And I just wanted to give a shout out because it's when I was like looking to see like the last time you were on, I was like, holy shucks, it was like in 2021
It's
and
been a
like
minute. It's been a
a
minute.
hot minute. But
Yeah.
I've been seeing you around on social media, praising you, always giving you a shout out. And I even want to give a your flowers because one, you were probably the first episode that hit like 100 like quick, and I was like, what is happening? Is
Aww.
this is this what happens when you have celebrities on?
I can't.
And then I remember like you were looking at the podcast and you were like, hold on. Let me just give you some critics or critics and like it was good criticism that I needed because I literally like it amplified it after and I was like, okay, I need to do these
Yeah, we see the
thumbnails.
intro. We see the new intro, looking amazing. The music is crisp. The visuals. I love it. I love to see it. See, I correct lovingly.
Yeah.
I give loving suggestions, and then it's up to people to take it or not.
Exactly. And I took it, I was like, all right, I understand the assignment. Let me try to fix this and stuff. So I appreciate you
No.
so much. And for the folks that are been sitting under a rock, who is Miss Reni?
So, hi everybody. I am Reni, also known as Reni the Resource or XO Reni, and I am a full-time content creator based in Toronto, Canada. I make content all about financial literacy, career development, lifestyle, and also travel because I believe that, we can build our careers, we can improve our finances, but we need to use that money for things that we value. And travel is something I really value. So that's the biggest place where I spend most of my money, investing and traveling. Those are the two categories.
That's
So yeah, that is a little bit about me. And I have been full time for about a year and a half now, almost 2 years. I can't believe I'm saying that. Almost 2 years I've been a full time content creator. But yeah, I'm loving it. It's amazing. And I can't wait to share more about it in this episode.
nice. You know what, folks? If yo, honestly, honestly, I haven't seen someone travel so many times in
Yeah.
1 year. I'm like to the point where I'm like, holy shucks.
Yeah,
Like,
and I'm leaving again on Friday. I go on another trip on Friday. Like I be out here, okay? I'm outside.
oh, but outside, we got to be outside. And I'm really happy that you were able to become full time with like being a content creator. 2 years?
Right?
Jeez.
September 1st or October 1st will make 2 years.
Okay. And how does it feel? Because obviously now you could be remote, so you can
Yeah.
work anywhere.
There are pros and cons, and I think the
Mhm.
pros definitely outweigh the cons. I think I feel like amazing for taking the leap of faith and betting on myself, and like it paid off. It's like the craziest feeling ever. It's like, wow, I did that. I really did that. Every day I look and I'm like, wow, what is this life that I have? And also the flexibility that I have to travel anywhere and work from anywhere in the world is amazing. Last year I went to 7 different countries. I worked from Mali, from Turkey, from Nigeria, from Mexico, from Dubai. Where else did I work from? Well, I think there's the States. There's one more country, but yeah, I was working from everywhere, and I was just like, this is literally the life that I dreamed of, and I have
Yeah.
created it. So I just always feel really blessed. Like last week, I was in Colombia, and my friend and I are both digital nomads, and or well, we're not digital nomads yet, but we both can work remotely, and we were
Yes.
both like, wow, what a life we have. Like we were just stopping and like really grateful and thankful for it. So that's
Yes.
how it is. Mostly
Talk
chill.
to I want people to talk to you nice. Do you see how you just counted down all the places?
Talk to me nice. Yeah.
Cuz
Travel is my love, my first love. So
and I
I,
think it's really important that you are able to put your passion and love into both at the same time, because I guess not a lot of folks can say that. Like they try to, find ways to be like remote, and it's, I guess it's kind of tricky for folks. So how were you able to, I want to say you've mastered it to the best of your abilities. The best of your abilities.
what have I mastered exactly? The making travel or making my passion my full-time job, or what
Yeah,
have I mastered?
I mean, yeah, because you've managed to, even with the traveling, I feel like you just added the traveling into the
Mhm.
aspect. So it was definitely the right step doing that. So how were you able to, well, obviously because you love traveling, so it makes it easier. But for someone that is seeing you, like, how could you, what advice would you give someone that's like looking at you and like, oh, I really want to do this? How?
Hmm, I don't know. It's very hard. Like I feel like the way that I got into it was just by trying a whole bunch of things, right?
Hmm.
And seeing what stuck and what did not stick. So I have been a photographer at one point. I
Hmm.
used to go to events like my whole weekend, every month, every single month was booked with me just going to different events and taking photos with of people. I
Hmm.
thought that was like the side gig that I had. It didn't stick, and then I moved on to the next thing, and I was like, hey, let me try making YouTube video, or let me try social media marketing for businesses. I started
Yeah.
doing that. It was doing okay, and then I was like, let me actually be in front of the camera and do that. And then I got in front of the camera, and that sucked. Like immediately people started resonating with the fact that I was 23 and I purchased a house. So I was like, oh my God, like cool. And then everything has just grown and grown from there. I think
Mhm.
it's all about like figuring out what you enjoy and what can also make you money at the same time. But also remember that not every passion needs to be monetized as well. That's a caveat I always like
Yes.
to add. Yeah.
Yes. I think I find that like in the recent months, I'll say, is that folks are like, oh, if you have a passion, make sure you make money off of that. And you're like, whoa, whoa, chill, chill.
Not always, right? Right.
Because sometimes it just, especially with like taxes, I'm always reminding folks tax wise, I'm like, please, please, no, 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 no. You got to
Yeah.
be organized.
Exactly. And like it's good. It's
Yeah.
good to be able to make money from something that you love. Like obviously that's like a dream, right? For most people. But just remember it becomes a business and then there are things that come along with the business such as taxes as you mentioned and a lot of other things. Just like now you have to be consistent at it. Like with your hobby, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
If you feel like it, you can work. If you don't feel like it, you don't have to work. But when it's your job, you but whether you like it or not, you better work. So
It's
yeah,
true. And it's
yeah,
like with a business, the 9 to 5 is great because right at 5 you're done. But a business, you're kind of like always going, right?
yeah,
And all that stuff. But like, hmm,
yeah,
because I remember one of your big come ups were like the brand deals that you've been getting. Because like
yeah,
it's, I like how like you were using the traveling and having the tripod and stuff and just like exploring how to work with the content that you're making. But when you started seeing the brands coming true, how I need you to break that down. How were you able to, like as a content creator or influencer, able to get those brand deals?
Honestly, I was just really deliberate about positioning my personal brand in the finance space
Mhm.
because I wanted to be known as the finance girly. And I realized that like there are so many creators in the lifestyle, in the travel, in the career space, but in finance, especially in Canada, there aren't very many of us. So I was like, okay, let me start making a lot of content here and being very deliberate. So even
Yeah.
though I want to show all parts of my personality, it was like
Mhm.
I can show all parts, but I am gonna if for every like if I'm posting 5 posts, 3 of them are going to be finance, 2 will be lifestyle or whatever else that I want to do. So that's where I really started, just being deliberate about what I wanted to be known for. And then once you start to like create amazing content in the niche that you want to be known for, and you're
Mhm.
actively promoting it, because that's another thing people do. They create the content, but then are you sharing it anywhere? Who's knowing about your content? Nobody knows you. So you have to show. You have to definitely actively promote your own content. So that's what I started to
Mhm.
do. And
Mhm.
I would share like the way I was sharing. You've seen me if I
Yes,
can say, on
yes.
Facebook, on Instagram, on
Mhm.
LinkedIn, on WhatsApp stories, on like Snapchat back when I used to use Snapchat, like Twitter, every single platform, I would
Yeah.
share my videos there so that
Mhm.
anybody who saw it, I'm going to be top of mind when finance comes to mind. Probably Rennie's going to be top of mind. And then the like brands just started reaching out because it was like, oh, you're a perfect fit. You talk about the products that we are talking about. And another
Mhm.
thing I did was I tagged brands in my posts, even though I wasn't getting paid for it at that time.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the secret
Yeah.
sauce.
I think that is like a game changer. People like don't want to tag brands because they're like, oh, I'm not getting paid for it. But I'm like, they don't know you. So you have to start posting. You will get on their radar. And then
Yeah.
once you are on their radar, then they can say, okay, Rennie's content or Camille's content really resonates with ours. And she
Mhm.
already uses our products. This is a perfect brand fit. Like TD
True.
Bank, that was like one of my first videos showing how to invest on the TD platform.
Yeah.
Now, this year I did a huge brand deal with them, which was like a high 5 figure brand deal. And it's like, there's money to be made, but that took 2 years of me posting and posting about TV for them to actually come and work with me. So yeah, it takes some time.
I'm glad you said that because I'm pretty sure like I remember posting the article that you had like that you made 5 figures in 1 month and people were like, yo, I bet this, that. I'm like, no, she's been putting in work.
For time, yeah. Like people, I don't know. That article was crazy, honestly. That like the comments in that article, I was like, yeah, people are miserable, very, very miserable. But yeah, people were saying a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'm like, I've been working at this. I've actually been creating content since I was in high school, just like for
Mhm.
fun, but finance
Yeah.
content since 2020. And I'm
Yeah.
like, back then I was posting twice a week on my YouTube. I was posting
Mhm.
like 2 YouTube videos a week is no joke for everyone. And then I was posting like 5 days a week on my Instagram. Like I was very serious about it from the beginning. And
Yes.
now we're seeing the fruits 2 years later. But it could have been easy to quit back then. I'm glad I didn't.
I'm glad you have a thick skin and all that
Yeah.
good stuff. Because you know what? The funny thing is, most folks that um I showed it to obviously praised you and stuff. I wouldn't say that people were hating. It was just like they were like, "Wow, I bet this like it was just ridiculous." I'm like, "Nah, I've been following her. She's been putting in the work like
Yeah.
any chance I can because I don't know where you find the time."
Well, it's my full-time job at this point.
True, true. Because there's times when I'm like, oh my gosh, Rennie posted that. Okay, just post hers because I ain't got no time to do this. But it's like there's certain things that I know that technically have to post because like if I'm talking about taxes, I gotta talk about taxes. If the federal budget's coming out, um, I gotta post about that because everyone knows me as like someone that's content about taxes and things. And then I saw the big one for you is you meeting the prime minister. And
Yeah.
folks, I don't care what you think about the prime minister. We're just talking about her experience. How
Yeah.
was that experience?
It was good. And again, I also agree. Nobody cares if you like the prime minister or not. People are like, "Oh, you're a liberal scum," and I was like, "Bro, I don't even vote for liberals, but whatever y'all say." But yeah, I got the opportunity to meet the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to meet him because I got an email from like the YouTube. They have like a civics team at YouTube who
Mm-hmm.
focuses on government, basically,
Okay.
and they were looking for. They were trying. They're trying to do something different where a lot of Canadians don't get their news from the traditional news sources anymore. They don't watch TV. They don't read newspapers. I'm sure I don't read. I don't do any of that. So a lot of people don't get their news from there, but instead they get it online from like creators and things like that. So they
Mm-hmm.
thought of the idea to invite creators to the federal reading of the budget for 2023. And I
Yeah.
was one of the like 7 or 8 creators that were chosen in the country. I was actually in Antigua at the time. I get the email and I was like, shoot, I have to come home early. So I obviously booked a flight home real quick. I didn't
Yeah.
know I was going to meet Justin Trudeau.
Mm-hmm.
They just told us that we were going to meet the Minister of Finance, which was cool to
Mm.
me, Christia
Yeah.
Freeland. And then as we were there, they were like, oh, Justin wants to meet you. And we're like, Justin Trudeau? And they're like, yeah, he's going to. I was like, okay. And then we stayed there for maybe 20 minutes having a discussion with him. So that
Yeah.
was very cool. But yeah, it was a really good experience. And I'm like, wow, just because of my content, like I'm able to meet the prime minister. What is going on? So yeah,
That's crazy. I bet people are like, how?
yeah,
How, Sway? How? And
people were shocked.
honestly, I'm glad you have thick skin because I'm pretty sure people are like, what the heck? What is going
Yeah.
on here?
Yeah, some of the comments, like, and because I think I made like $40,000 in a month or something, and I
Hmm.
posted the article, right? And then
Yeah.
I didn't. They used a picture of me and Trudeau in that article, even though it had nothing to do with Trudeau. So so when they posted it on Facebook,
Hmm.
all the comments, oh my god, someone was like, "This
Golly.
is Trudeau's side chick." I was like, Jesus.
No!
I was like, wow, what a life. Yeah, but it's
You
okay.
know what? You want to know why they kind of probably said that? Because isn't that the same time?
Oh,
To-
Tori. I
and
don't
I
know.
didn't even. I was like, ew, he has a side
I
dick.
know. Questionable choices. But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. It was just a yeah. I developed thick skin after that. But you know what? My
Yeah.
followers were in the comments like, y'all,
Going in for
we've been
you.
watching
Yeah.
her from
Mhm.
time. Like yeah, so I felt really good about that. But
Big
yeah,
up your followers
for real, for
for
real.
holding it down.
Those people they can't get to me because they don't know me, right? So it doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I didn't even think of that aspect because I was thinking of like do's and don'ts of like, having a brand deal, but even like the do's and don'ts of being affected by the comments is a big
Mhm.
thing because
Yeah.
sometimes the comments are wild.
Yeah, it's like don't take it to heart. That's the don't. Like you literally, if you take it to heart, you
Yeah.
cannot survive here because people just say the craziest things all the
Mhm.
time. And of course, it's because they're protected by their I can never say that word. Anonymity,
Yeah.
anonymity. Yeah, like they are anonymous, so they feel like they can say whatever they want. And so I always take it like, okay, well, if you guys like you guys don't know me, so it doesn't really matter what you say, and that's just the logic I've had to have because yeah, if I took it to heart, I would be struggling. Okay, I would have quit from time, especially when it comes to racist comments. Like that's what happens often with like when I got into the YouTube Black program, racist
Mhm.
comments on racist comments. I was like, damn, okay. And then
Wow.
I've been to like a few South Asian weddings. I went to a Pakistani wedding and an Indian wedding this year and last year. The
Yeah.
comments were just so racist, and I was like, "What is going on?" So if I took that to heart, I don't know where I would have quit a long time ago if I took these to heart.
So
Um,
true.
yeah,
So true.
yeah.
I'm glad you just like pew, pew.
Yeah. Another don't with brand deals is like don't work with brands that don't align with your values or that don't
Mm.
feel right to you. Like in content creation, you can make a lot of money if you just took every brand deal that's coming your way. But not all money is good money. There are a lot of crooked people, a lot of like, a lot of celebrities took deals with crypto companies, for example, that were like crypto exchanges that just disappeared with people's money. I'm glad I never took any of those, even though they offer you thousands and thousands of dollars. Like it's tempting still, but I was just like, nah, it doesn't sit right with my spirit,
Yeah,
and I'm glad I didn't take any of those things. Yeah. So that would
that-
be another don't of brand deals.
that's true because I mean, it depends on how you feel about crypto and everything. I just can't. I just can't. And I've heard folks like get scammed hardcore,
Big heart,
hard.
yeah, it's bad. It's actually really bad, and it's because there are a lot of unlicensed exchanges here, so they can just run off with your money anytime they want, and that's exactly what they do. So
Hmm.
I am of the belief that I only work with brands, even no matter how much they're paying me, it has to sit well with me and my spirit, and
Okay.
just know that it's something that's in line with me, and that if my followers use this and it blows back on them, it's that's on me, right? And
Yeah.
I take that responsibility so seriously.
Yeah.
That's why I built a lot of trust with my audience as well, because they know that anything I recommend, I
Hmm.
stand by it. And also, if I stood by something and now I no longer stand by it, I will also say that on my platforms. And I have said it a number of times where I'm like, I used to work with this brand, I no
Hmm.
longer endorse them. If you
Okay.
use them, go. That's your own. That's like that has nothing to do with me anymore. So
That's really great because I don't know if you heard about the bacchanal that happened with EYL, but
yeah, I've never watched or listened to any of their content.
really.
Yeah, no, it's weird. I don't actually don't consume much content from other people.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Cause like when well, first of all, they were trying to say like it's your fault if you got scammed by them. I'm like,
yeah.
guys, are,
Wait, did they partner with somebody who scammed them or?
they just were like the people that were on their show eventually scammed folks. And then they're like, yo, it's because of EYL. We trusted
Mm,
you. And they're
mm,
like, we didn't know they were scamming. And people are like, well, you need to do your research. And that's why I'm very like wary as well on like the things I promote as well, because
yeah,
that's really important, because if your followers um trust in you, you definitely want to make sure like you check out things. You're like, okay, see this, nah, 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 nah,
yeah.
nah, nah.
And I get it from EYL standpoint too, because it's like, okay, like I actually did not know these people were scammers when they came on my platform, you know. So obviously it's not their fault that this
Mhm.
person is a scammer, but anyone you have in your platform, you are giving them a huge platform to then influence your followers. So you should take
Absolutely.
some accountability after. Yeah.
Yeah, and they definitely did it. But
Um,
and then there was a time when I was like, yeah, I want to be the Canadian EYL, and I was like, ooh,
Never
actually.
mind. I take it back.
Exactly, because I'm like, that's the type of thing that I don't want on
Yeah.
like in my spirit and heart and all that good stuff. But I remember you mentioning that you were in the Black Creators YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
is that what helped you like push through or like be, but even though I know that you were in marketing and that was like how you're able to master everything that you're doing, but do you think like that like pushed through everything?
Yeah. So the thing, I quit my job October 1st, 2021. And then
Mhm.
on that exact same day, I got a call saying that or email, I can't remember, saying that I was accepted into the YouTube Black program. And it was just like
Nice.
a sign. I was like, wow, I made the right decision to leave this job. And then
Yes.
they give you like it's a fund. So they give you like some money, a grant for the year. And it's
Hmm.
enough to like hold you over, and like you can basically quit your job with that money. Well,
Yeah.
depending on where you live. In Toronto, you can't really, but because I live with my parents, it was okay. And I
Not
was like,
downtown Toronto.
yeah, exactly. I was like, okay, I'm gonna quit. oh, I already
Mhm.
quit. And I'm like, okay, this is a sign that like I can keep going. So I feel like it helped me because they have one-on-one courses where
Mhm.
you are meeting with experts and like learning from them and learning more about how to succeed on YouTube. But then
Yeah.
also you get the money, and money is always super helpful. Like there are so many accelerator programs that teach you stuff, but when they give you the money, that's the real value, because it allows you to like not focus on working and just
Mhm.
focus strictly on your craft. So yeah,
True.
that's what I
That
decided to do. Yeah.
that's great because I think for the folks that are like true, like working towards being content creator, definitely having that safety net with the funds helps you be creative. Oh, how do you get your creative juices flowing at times?
Okay, good question. So I have a few places where I get like ideas or inspiration. The first one would be my audience. So a lot
Mhm.
of times when I post a video, they will ask more questions in the caption, in the comment section, and I know that okay, this could be another video that I create. For
Mm.
example, I made a post about home ownership because I received a message from my bank saying that my mortgage rate has gone up again, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired. So I made a whole post about about it. It went a little viral because people were not happy, but I basically was
Yeah.
saying that homeownership, if it's your primary residence, is not an
Mhm.
investment. And so that was the first idea. But
Yeah.
then my followers were commenting and saying, "Oh, can you tell us more about like the cost of homeownership?" So then I
Mhm.
started a series about the cost of homeownership. So I
Yeah.
just get like ideas naturally from the comments that my followers are asking me. Also, I look at Google Trends. So Google Trends is
Okay.
a great thing that a lot of people could use, and it just allows you to see what is currently trending right now. And
Mhm.
your video is more likely to be pushed when you are making videos that are on trend, just because like people are already, it shows you what people are already searching for, so your
Yeah.
video is more likely to be picked up in the SEO search algorithm and all that stuff. So that's a second thing that I do. Google Trends is the plug. Everyone should tap into it.
Secret sauce again. I just googled it as we're talking.
Yeah, it's like it's awesome. You can like type in finance and then like see
Yeah.
the different topics that are being talked about during finance, related to finance. Another thing that
Mhm.
I do is I look at what is currently going on, like what seasons is it right
Mhm.
now? So is it tax season, for example? Tax season is a great time to make videos about RRSPs, about tax deductions, about filing your taxes. Like that would be a perfect time to do that.
True.
Financial literacy month is in November, I believe.
Yeah.
In yeah,
In Canada and then
yeah,
April for the States.
yeah.
So I try to do both, you
Yeah,
know?
so you can make like that would be a good day, a good month to put out like basic personal finance content that everyone should know. You can have a
Mhm.
series like this is it's financial literacy month. Here are 30 tips to know over the next 30 days. And then every
Yeah.
day you post a tip about financial literacy, like something like that.
That works too.
So like ideas. Yeah. And then what else? How else? I think those are the main ways that I find ideas,
Yeah.
and also just like getting inspired by like what I see my family and friends talking about regularly. Like
True.
a lot of people are just confused about money in general, so it's easy. Like if they have something that they're always like, my friend had we had like 40-minute conversation about credit cards and how to use a credit card and this, and I was like, damn, I wish I recorded this for a podcast episode because it was so good. Like she was just asking me question after question after question, and her questions
Yeah.
are so basic things that I like would maybe think, oh, everyone knows this, right? But she didn't know it, and I was like, I should have recorded this conversation. It would have helped.
Shucks,
Yeah,
right? I get that a lot too. Like, and cause, and the sucky thing is when you love talking about it, you'll just like chat away. You're like, you're like, wait a minute.
yeah.
Now the question is, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, is do you use AI?
Yes, I do
Oh,
now actually, but I've never used it to create my ideas. It's
okay.
more so that I use it to build upon. So I will say like, okay, hey ChatGPT, I want to make a video about investing in the stock market.
Hmm.
and I want to touch on the TFSA, RSP, and RESP. Can you please write out a script? And it writes out a beautiful script for me. And also, I use it for my podcast as well. On my
Okay.
podcast, I interview different people and talk about
Mhm.
how they went broke trying to do XYZ. If shameless plug, my podcast is called Don't Go Broke Trying.
We will definitely put that in the show notes. Don't
Yeah.
worry. I got you. I got you.
Thank you. And yeah, so I have that. And because I interview guests, I will like put their bio into ChatGPT and I'll say, can you
Huh.
please create 15 questions related to the bio and the topic and come out with that. And like this season, I like from May till July, every
Yeah.
single weekend, I
Yeah.
like recorded podcast episodes so I would have enough for the next year.
Nice.
And I created all of them using ChatGPT, all the questions using ChatGPT. Sometimes you have to edit it a little because it's not perfect, but it's so helpful and it saves you a lot of time.
My mind is blown
Yeah,
that
it's so
you told me
helpful.
that.
Even if you want to create like I created like an outline template for my podcast so that
Yeah.
my guests like here's what you can expect, here's what you
Hmm.
should bring, all this stuff. And ChatGPT wrote it out for me. Like I give them the notes, they make it nice and pretty, and I put it into a
Hmm.
Notion page after that.
Okay. See, ladies and gentlemen, Reni is literally showing y'all gems because right now I'm like, damn, why can't I do this?
Yeah, I know. Everyone needs to get into AI. Like, I think it is the next big thing. What is obviously, I
Mhm.
actually just did a deal with Microsoft about this. Thank you, thank you. And it's about AI and like how I use AI in my
Yeah.
everyday work. So yeah,
Okay. Golly. Huh. And do we, well, now that we know, like, don't take things to heart, make sure that you're aligned. Like, don't take deals that don't align with your
believe.
values.
Mhm.
Do you consider like folks like this being like a passive income type of way? Because I think like some folks are like, oh, I want to get the bag, I want to secure the bag.
Yeah. A lot of people see how much money I'm making because I do share. Well, I don't anymore, but I was sharing on the first day of every month. I would
Yeah,
share how much I made for the month, and a
yeah,
lot of people would be like, "Oh, it's time for me to become a content creator," and I'm like, "Yes, you could, but this money, for example, for instance, isn't typical. First of all, like it's not the typical salary of a content creator. It's because I'm
exactly.
in a very unique niche that I am able to make this amount of money because I'm working with banks and people brands that have big budgets and there's not as much competition in this niche.
Yeah,
And also, I feel like it's not passive at all. Like you need to be working regularly. If I stop working today, I can't. I won't be okay next year.
exactly.
Yeah, like right now, I've made enough money for the year where I don't have to work for the rest of the year. But if I but I couldn't like sustain this for like I couldn't just stop working now and not make money forever. Yeah, it's not passive, but there are some streams of passive income that you can get. But like
Hmm.
the main income is not passive. Like creating videos for brand deals. But like I get passive income from my YouTube videos, for example, where I'm
True.
getting AdSense on my YouTube videos every month, whether I make a video or not. I still get AdSense on the old videos. And
Nice.
yeah, so that's a good one. Like last year, I was going through a breakup. I did not record videos for 3 months because I was just like, oh, dang, yeah, I was stressed. And I was still making some money because of AdSense, so that's good. But it
Yeah.
can't sustain you long term, in my opinion. And then the second way is affiliate income. So
Mm-hmm.
I would post about like EQ Bank, for example, or any of the financial institutions, Wealth Simple, and then I will get a little cut of that money because I am an affiliate for them. So those are
Nice.
the two passive forms of income. And then I also have what is that called? I also have a budget template or like a financial
Oh,
tracker that I
yeah.
created. So now every month I get a little bit of money from that as well because people have been buying it. I literally have not promoted it in months, but I still get people who buy it, which is nice.
It's like Etsy, right?
Yeah, on Etsy,
Or
exactly.
Etsy. Oop, um, those are the good ones. And I think with the YouTube, what's the criteria for YouTube?
So you have to have 4,000 watch hours on your video, which is a lot.
Trust.
Like I currently have I just started a new channel for my podcast, and
Hmm.
I'm currently at like 1,000 hours. So that's pretty good because my episodes are like an hour long. So people, if you watch it, it's easy to get the hours if you get views plus people watch it for the whole time. But honestly, it's hard to keep someone's attention for an hour. So
I
yeah,
know.
that's I have that where so I have like 1,000 hours on that. So getting towards the monetization part, and then you also need 1,000 subscribers, which
Mm,
is can be a little tricky. So even if your videos go viral but you have no followers, you
yeah.
actually do not get any money off of that. But once you do, then you can apply for the YouTube Partner Program. And then the
Hmm.
YouTube Partner Program, they split costs. They'll put ads on your videos, and then it's like a 40-60 or 55-45 split between you and YouTube. So yeah.
Okay. So folks, make sure you follow both of us so
Mhm.
we get our coins up.
Subscribe,
And
please. Yes.
I think haven't they changed it a little bit? I think they're about to change it.
So they changed it where you need 500 subscribers and
Okay.
3,000 watch hours now. Uh,
Mm,
However, it's just like you can't put ads on your videos. All you can do is like you can get super chats, which is basically like what if you are live, someone can say, "Here's like $5." So it's
that's the
better than
catch.
before. It's better than
Okay.
before, but it's
There's
just
always a catch.
yeah, it's not the full thing. So I would love if they would make everybody able to make money because they put videos on your ads regardless. If you're monetized or not, they're putting videos on your ads. So
Right?
yeah,
And then I just wish like once I get there that there was no the skip the ads
I know, right? I know that would be nice.
because those are the way that people make money. And what how do you like sponsorships? Because I know you have sponsorships for your podcast. How did you do you ever get someone like have like sponsoring you on their show anytime?
I have speaking engagements
Okay, yeah,
where
yeah,
like people pay me to speak at different events or sometimes to do host an Instagram live with them, something like that. Not
yeah.
really to go on shows like for podcasts and stuff like that. It's usually just free, like something free. But
Yeah.
I have been paid quite a bit of money to be just speaking at different events, which I love for me. Like I love speaking. I talk all the time anyway, so
Yeah.
I just well get paid for it. Yeah. So like I've been paid like $5,000 for a 30-minute segment at
Mhm.
somebody's speak like event. So
Yes, the last one I saw you at, well, that I remember is the Black Moms Connection. And I was
mhm,
like, how the heck are you at Yorkdale's and going straight to this thing?
yeah,
What is going on here? And you're
yeah,
like, nah, 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 sis. That was the day before. I was like,
yeah.
oh, because the way you love travel.
I know everywhere, every day I'm here, 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 here. But yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
before I have youths, I need to travel, okay, because they slow
Don't
things
worry.
down a little
You can bring them with you. It's free before they're the age of
too.
2.
Yeah, my baby is about to be everywhere. Okay, like they're before they're two, they're gonna be at 10 countries.
And what great or sorry, not great, but what advice would you like what's another advice you would give someone that's watching us and wants to be a content creator? They're like, I just know it's my passion. Like what's one or two rules that you would tell them to do?
I would say focus on your consistency. It's great that you can create high quality content, but if
Mhm.
you're posting once a month, especially at the beginning, you're not actually going to get discovered by anybody. So at least try to be consistent. And a lot of people, and I guess the advice would be just start. Just start because I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people call. I have one-on-one calls that I do with people, and a lot of times
Mhm.
they're like, "Oh, Reni, I want to become a content creator. I've been wanting to become a content creator." I go on their page. Why are there no videos? Why are there no photos? Why is there nothing there? Like I don't understand. So I'm always telling them, well, you need to start before you can talk about all of this. So like they have these big dreams. Oh, I'm gonna monetize. I'm gonna do this. I'm like, yeah, but you haven't posted your first. piece of content. So first of all, please start. Just do it. Don't think about what your friends will say, what your family's gonna say.
Mhm.
Everybody, like that's the thing that gets a lot of people. But just worry about you.
Exactly.
And yeah, that's the first thing.
Yeah.
And then yeah, be consistent once you do put things out. Like it's a long game. It's not a instant success. Some people do find instant success, I will say, but for the
Mhm.
majority of people, it is a long game, and you just need to be consistent.
Yeah.
Consistency doesn't mean you'll necessarily be the biggest star ever, but it does mean you'll keep getting better and better and better as you keep going. So
Mhm.
I think, and the algorithms reward consistency as well. Like posting regularly, the algorithm. I post 5 days a week on my Instagram. Instagram loves me. My posts on Instagram do always do well on Instagram. Yeah, so
It's true. And then are you on Threads?
I am, but I posted like 5 times. Like I can't be bothered. They tried. They really tried it. Okay, but I can't do it. Twitter is my love. I Twitter's my favorite app out of all of them. And
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
so
Nice.
Instagram just gonna have to take a back seat at this point. Or Thread, sorry, not Instagram. Yeah, I have too many apps. I can't be. I can't. It's too many apps.
I know, yeah. So which ones do you have
Okay,
as of right now?
I have an Instagram account,
Yeah.
XO my Twitter,
Uh-huh.
my my TikTok, XOXO my YouTube channel, my Pinterest. I also have a Pinterest page. I have
Okay.
Threads now, but I don't really use it much. And I think that might be it.
On Facebook.
Oh yeah, Facebook.
Yeah.
But Facebook just like reposting my
True, true,
stuff.
true.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a great tip is that you can I noticed that your TikToks could be your reels, which
Hmm.
could be on Facebook and probably could be on LinkedIn. So
Oh yeah,
it's like,
LinkedIn too. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, repurpose your content on every platform. Like I know a lot of people say, oh, every platform has a different strategy and everything, but at the barest minimum, just
Yeah,
repost what you currently have on the other platforms as well. Like
exactly.
my video may do 10,000 views on Instagram, but it could do 100,000 views on TikTok if I post that same video there. On YouTube,
True.
it may get 50 views. So I can't really tell with YouTube sometimes, but I just repost every single platform.
Yeah. And do you use YouTube Shorts?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the only thing is YouTube Shorts is 1 minute, whereas all the other platforms you can post up to like 1 minute 30 or TikTok 5 minutes if you wanted to. So I usually my videos are talking and I talk more than a minute. So oftentimes they can't be reposted on YouTube,
Shame.
unfortunately. But
Yeah.
when they are less than a minute, I definitely post them on YouTube.
You're like, boom.
Yeah.
Nice. And for the folks that are like just coming into this platform and all that stuff, what are the three things you wish you knew about money before, or even about content? Actually, what are the three things you wish you knew about content creating
From the
earlier?
money from the
Mhm.
money point of view when it comes to content creating.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. First thing that money takes a long time to come in content creation. I feel like when you always hear about YouTubers who are millionaires and they're doing so well and everything, but just know that that's not really the norm. It is definitely achievable, but it's not
mhm,
the norm for everyone. And
yeah,
I wish people would be a bit more realistic about it. That the majority of YouTubers they have second jobs. That they're not full time YouTubers. So that's one thing I wish I knew. I
mhm,
also wish I knew the power of passive income. I mean, of affiliate income through YouTube early on,
mhm,
because like even if you're not monetized on YouTube, you can still make affiliate income by having affiliate links to different companies in your bio. And if your community is small but mighty and they love you and they appreciate your recommendations, you can still make money by them clicking on your links and then purchasing things through your links. So that's something I wish I knew because my community has always been like solid and
yeah,
engaged. And I could have been posting affiliate links from day one or whenever I started, but I just never did because I thought you needed to have a huge following to make money off of affiliate links. The third thing I wish I knew about money when it comes to content creation is
mhm,
actually just how to charge my for my services. I didn't really know at the beginning, so I feel like I was charging like nothing for. That's why no one ever pushed back on my rates because it was like, yeah, sure, whatever, yeah. So that's something that I wish that I knew before. And
mhm,
again, I like some and the importance of like talking to other people who are in the niche because
mhm.
they will know. what they are charging, and then you can compare it to them as well. Like now I help so many people with their brand deals. They tell me, oh, I'm going to charge this, and I'm like, no, you're going to charge this, you're not going to charge that, that's too little. And I wish I had somebody like that who could have told me. Thankfully I finally did get someone. So when I first quit my job, a brand
Mhm.
reached out to me and they offered me, or I they asked for my rates, and I said, okay, it's $650 per for a reel. That's what I
Yeah.
said. And then they like ghosted me. Okay, they didn't respond. I was like, damn, okay, whatever. This is a big brand. This is a very big brand that we all
Yeah.
know and love. And I was like,
Hmm.
okay, cool. And then this girl was messaging me, and I think it was like one of those salary transparency videos, like I do, like where it's like, oh, this is how much I made from a reel, whatever.
Yeah.
I like reshared it on my story and was like, wow, like this is so amazing. There's money to be made. This girl DM me, who follows me. I follow her back too as well, and we talk via DM sometimes. And she
Yeah.
works in the influencer marketing space, and she was like, "Girl, they can charge this much. You should be charging $5,000 per reel." I said, "Jesus."
Jeez.
She said five. I said, oh, really? And she's like, yeah, like, look at how engaged your community is. You're in
Yeah.
a very niche space, and the
Hmm.
clients in your space have big budgets. That's what she told me. And I was like, okay, sis, I got it. So the brand actually came back to me a few months later and they said, hey, Reni, we're ready to proceed. Can you please tell us your rates as of today? I said, my
Hmm.
rate is $5,000 per reel and blah, 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 blah. And then they were like, and then they screenshotted my old message. They said, oh, a few months ago you said it was 650. I said, yeah, at this time I have engaged management, and my management
Hmm.
has told me that my rates were not reflective of the market rate. So I need to increase my rates. And they said, we'll get back to you. And because I could tell the client really wanted me, because it was the agency I was talking to, I can tell the
Hmm.
client really wanted me.
Yeah.
They were like, whatever rate she's charging, you have to go and get her. And that's
Yeah.
what they did. So they secured me for three reels,
Yeah.
and it was $15,000 for those three reels.
That's
And I've never charged less than that ever since then.
good
So
for you.
yeah,
Cause I'm glad you were able, so there's one thing that you said is once you hear someone say, "Oh yeah, that's the price that you have?"
yeah,
Perfect. That's when you know you're like,
yeah.
I messed up.
Yeah, just know that if they accept your rate, it's just like for a
The
salary
first chance.
negotiation. It's like salary negotiation. If they accept, or if you tell them, I want $50,000 at this job, and they're like, yeah, cool, you just lowball yourself. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You're like, damn.
yeah.
You're like, they didn't even try to fight back?
Maybe
Like,
it was like
really?
hustle a little. Yeah, so red flag. That means that you have lowballed yourself, and it's just a learning experience. Next time you'll do better, right?
Exactly. And is there a dream brand deal that you have at the moment?
You know, okay, it's weird. I really want to work. It's not a brand deal per se, but yeah, brand deal, sure. I want to work with Sesame Street to like
Ooh,
teach financial literacy to kids, and I want
that's
to go on Sesame Street. It's not a brand deal, I don't think it would
yeah,
be, but like
but
a
that still works. That
speaker.
still works.
Yeah, I
Okay.
really would love to do something like that.
Okay, so we're gonna manifest that. Boom bam bam.
Yes, put it in the air. Put it in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like I also write a hit list of like all the brands that I want to work with every year, and I put them on a list at the beginning of the year. I did it for
Yeah,
this year. So far, I've hit like four of them. So I feel like I have a lot of
you got
dreams that
this.
I have, and God willing, they'll come to pass. Yeah.
What? That's actually really dope. Because I think the best thing about like financial literacy is hitting the kids and all that good stuff. So yeah, definitely I am definitely excited for that and all that good stuff. And I know that, when it comes to I value your time and all that good stuff. So I want to make sure, I'm watching the time and everything. And how can the folks get a hold of you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter, and they're all at XO Reni, except for TikTok, which is at XOXO Reni, because someone stole my handle. But yeah, you can find me on all those platforms. I also
Wow.
have a podcast called Don't Go Broke Trying, and you can listen to it on any platform that you listen to podcasts on. So Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We also have a YouTube channel called Don't Go Broke Trying. And lastly, we have an Instagram page called at Don't Go Broke Trying. I think you'll really like that because I share like basically dilemmas that people have, and I find that people really like those. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
They're
will.
really dope.
Thank you. People
It's
love
really
them.
dope. Yeah.
People love those ones. Yeah.
Like I really love that you were able to put your dad especially because
Yeah, my dad.
that's the inspiration.
Yeah.
Because we like you and I both promote like financial literacy and generational wealth. So showing your dad was the reason why you're able to learn all this great stuff. I
Mhm.
really think it pushes through with other folks. So Rennie, I appreciate you so much. I'm definitely going to put everything in the show notes and all that great stuff. And everyone, I want you guys to wish Rennie a happy belated birthday because it's her birthday month.
Yes, thank
Beep, beep,
you.
beep, beep. And is there anything you want to tell the folks before we go?
I just want to say thank you for having me, Camille, and thank you all for listening. I hope that this encouraged you to maybe turn your passion into some money if you want to. Maybe you don't have to, but maybe. And I hope that you are doing the best on your financial literacy journey because it's a game changer. It's really a life changing thing to get financially literate. So yeah,
Right?
no, you're doing amazing work. Amazing work.
Yeah, no, you're doing amazing work.
We're both doing amazing work.
And make sure y'all follow Rennie on the everywhere, everything you see there. I'm gonna post, but make sure you follow her, okay, folks? And on that note, folks, make sure you stay blessed on this weekend. Burp, burp, burp,
Yeah.
burp.
Financial literacy.
Uh,
Financial literacy, knowledge is a must. So link the flip boss, watch the result flash, and watch your life change and feel a better cause. You have a business or a plan and want to make it. Yeah, flip and floss, are they want to manifest it. Yeah, and if you want to better manage all your credit, call the boss, flip and floss, no doubt, then we do it. Yeah, flip and floss, money literacy boss. Yeah, greatness in our blood because we're working for your cause. Flip and floss, money literacy boss. Yeah, boots up your knowledge for your minimal cost. Hey, yeah, flip and floss, money literacy boss. Greatness in our blood because we're working for your cause. Flip and floss, money literacy boss. Yeah, up your knowledge for your minimal cost.